implore, implore, implore.
This word means to ask or beg someone for something very strongly, often because you really need it or want it badly. Here is a sample sentence. The desperate mother implored her child to stay inside during the storm, fearing for their safety. In this example, implored means to beg or plead with someone in a serious and urgent manner.
Imply, imply, imply.
This word means to suggest or hint at something without directly saying it. Here is a sample sentence. The detective's question implied that she knew more about the crime than she was letting on. In this example, the word implied means to suggest or hint at something without directly stating it. The detective's question doesn't explicitly say what she knows, but it implies that she has some knowledge of the crime.
Import, import, import.
It means to bring something from somewhere else into where you are, often for use or help. Here's a sample sentence. The company imported new machinery from Europe to upgrade its manufacturing process. In this example, import means to bring goods or products into a country from another country.
Impose, impose, impose.
This means to make someone do or follow something that they don't want to, often by using power or authority. Here is a sample sentence. The new government imposed strict regulations on businesses to help stimulate economic growth. In this example, impose means to enforce or put into effect something, in this case, regulations, on others.
Impractical, impractical, impractical.
This word describes something that is not suitable or useful for real-life situations, often because it's too complicated, expensive, or unrealistic. Here is a sample sentence. The idea of building a house out of playing cards was impractical, as it would not be able to withstand even a gentle breeze. In this example, the word impractical means that something, in this case building a house out of playing cards, is not feasible or sensible due to its inability to function or work effectively in real-world conditions.
Impressive, impressive, impressive.
This word describes something that makes a strong, good impression, often because it's big, beautiful, or impressive in some other way. Here is a sample sentence. The fireworks display was truly impressive, with vibrant colors and patterns exploding across the night sky. In this example, the word impressive is used to describe something, the fireworks display, that evokes a sense of wonder or awe. The sentence suggests that the display was not only visually striking, but also had a significant impact on the viewer.
Imprisonment, imprisonment, imprisonment.
It's when someone is kept locked up or confined, usually as a punishment for doing something wrong. Here's a sample sentence. The convicted felon was sentenced to a lengthy term of imprisonment at the maximum security prison. This sentence demonstrates how the word imprisonment can be used in context, referring to the state or condition of being confined or locked up as punishment for a crime.
Impulse, impulse, impulse.
It's an action or feeling that happens suddenly, without much thought or planning. Here's a sample sentence. She acted on impulse and bought the expensive dress without thinking twice about it. In this example, impulse refers to an immediate, instinctive desire or urge to do something, often without considering the consequences.
Inability, inability, inability.
This word refers to the lack or absence of a skill, ability, or power that someone needs to do something. Here's a sample sentence. Her inability to speak French made it difficult for her to communicate with her colleagues during the international conference. In this sentence, inability refers to a lack or deficiency in a particular skill or ability, in this case, speaking French.
Inaccessible, inaccessible, inaccessible.
This word means something that you can't reach or get to because it's too far away, locked up, or hidden. Here is a sample sentence. The remote mountain village was inaccessible by car, but we were able to hike there with a guide. In this example, the word inaccessible means that something, the village, cannot be reached or accessed due to its location or other factors.
Inadequate, inadequate, inadequate.
This word means something is not good enough or sufficient for what's needed. Here is a sample sentence. The school's budget was deemed inadequate to cover the costs of the new curriculum, leading to concerns about teacher layoffs and reduced resources. In this example, inadequate means not sufficient or meeting the required standards.
Inaugurate, inaugurate, inaugurate.
This means to officially start something, like a new job or event, by doing a special ceremony or action that marks its beginning. Here is a sample sentence. The newly elected mayor will inaugurate the city's new community center with a ribbon-cutting ceremony next week. In this sentence, inaugurate means to formally open or dedicate something, in this case, the community center, for use.
Incense, incense, incense.
It's something that smells nice when burned, often used to make a room or space feel calm and peaceful. Here is a sample sentence. The aroma of incense wafted through the air, filling the room with a calming and peaceful scent. This sentence demonstrates how the word incense can be used to describe a type of fragrant smoke or vapor that is often used in meditation, rituals, or for its pleasant smell.
Incentive, incentive, incentive.
It's something that encourages or motivates someone to do something, often by offering a reward or benefit. Here is a sample sentence. The company offered its employees an incentive to work overtime by providing them with a 10% bonus on their hourly wage. In this example, the incentive, the 10% bonus, motivates the employees to take action, work overtime.
Incident, incident, incident.
It's an event that happens, often unexpected or unusual, which might need to be dealt with or reported. Here is a sample sentence. The police were called to the scene after a minor car accident involving two vehicles was reported as an incident on Main Street. In this example, incident refers to a specific event or occurrence, the car accident, and can be used in a variety of contexts to describe any unplanned or unexpected event.
Incidentally, incidentally, incidentally.
This word means something that happens or is mentioned besides the main thing being talked about. It's an extra detail that isn't the most important part of what you're saying. Here is a sample sentence using the word incidentally. I was planning to go to the movies tonight. Incidentally, I ran into an old friend who invited me to join them instead. In this example, the phrase incidentally is used to introduce a piece of information that is not directly related to the main topic of conversation.
Inclination, inclination, inclination.
It's a feeling or tendency to do something, often without thinking too much about it. It's like having a natural leaning toward something. Here is a sample sentence. The young girl's inclination towards music was evident in her decision to join the school choir. In this sentence, inclination refers to a natural or habitual tendency or preference, which is one of its primary meanings.
Incline, incline, incline.
This word refers to something that is sloping or leaning, often at an angle. It can also mean a tendency or feeling towards something. Here is a sample sentence. The steep hill had an incline that made it difficult to walk up. In this example, inclination refers to the slope or angle of the hill.
Inclined, inclined, inclined.
This word means having a tendency or feeling to do something, often because you think it's good or right. It's like leaning towards an idea or action. Here is a sample sentence. After hearing about the beautiful view from the top, she was inclined to hike up the mountain with her friends. In this example, incline means having a tendency or disposition to do something, in this case, hike up the mountain.
Inclusive, inclusive, inclusive.
This means making sure everyone is welcome, valued, and treated equally, no matter who they are or what they believe. Here is a sample sentence. The school's inclusive policies ensured that students with disabilities were able to fully participate in all extracurricular activities and events. This sentence demonstrates how the word inclusive can be used to describe an environment or system that welcomes and values diversity, particularly in terms of people with disabilities.